Two daddies. Judging baddies.
Hurry up, Mike. Sit down. I'm excited.
Excited for
Two daddies judging baddies.
where we read internet stories and then we tell you, we just judge, and we judge harshly but fair. Sometimes
Mostly
fair.
fairly,
Yeah, sometimes we're fair. So I think this might be the last episode where we are sitting like this.
It might be.
We are going with a face-to-face one, which I know you guys, you love the lawn chairs, but it's just and messing with the mic. I'm tired of messing with the mic, okay?
Oh yeah, it's me getting angry, and like what you guys don't see after these episodes is me choking Mike outside. I was like, you didn't have to touch it. And he's like, but it's right there.
And I touch it 50,000 times, so I don't want to touch it anymore. So what's the current happenings?
Well, the current happenings is swapping this up. That'll be a fun little thing. We're basically just turning the room. So we're going to make it so we sit around a table, and then with that, we might introduce another aspect to the
Yes,
show.
we'll have a side for guests too. That's why
We will be able to. Yep.
That's why we want to. So we'll be able to. We've had a couple people want to come on the podcast, specifically this one. Really?
Oh yeah, a bunch. They want to like pitch you guys their services, which some of them are very in line. Like there was a lawyer that has he helps men defend themselves in custody battles. So that makes sense in a lot of our divorce topics that we talk about.
I'd much rather just get like someone with a name on here to be like to help us roast people essentially. So also we have the reason we're setting this up too is we're going to set up this wall right here to I'm starting to do more YouTube content. We are
going to start.
Yeah, we're going to start doing more YouTube content. We have the Two Daddies Judging Baddies YouTube, so you kind of get it's just the stories. It's like there's some banter in it, but it's mostly just the stories. You can go check that out on YouTube.
Well, it's each individual, instead of listening to a whole episode of like 4 different stories, it's individual. After the story's over, it cuts.
And our banter in between and stuff like that. So it's more of a concise version. We are going really headstrong into the podcast space and making sure as many people, because we don't advertise the podcast. It's crazy we have this many listeners and we don't advertise the podcast at all. So we want to get into that. We want to start doing that.
Well, really what Mike's trying to do is he's trying to get this set up and everything, and so then he's going to try and buy me out of the company and just take it a different direction.
No. We need Dylan more than we need Mike.
No, it's 50-50.
You would not have a podcast.
Well, yeah, you'd pull out your phone and
because next week I would
DJ
be like,
Mike's.
You know what? I'm gonna start dressing up like a homeless person and making content like that because it's so creative and weird.
Touche.
I am super. That's the problem with me though is I am super creative and I'm always coming up with creative ideas to do things. But I'm also impulsive. So if I don't have Dylan here to be like, Mike, no, what you're going to be poor and homeless if you do this, then I would be poor and homeless right now.
Well, you actually got your wish though, because when we first started Mike and Dylan Hate Drama, you're like, okay, we need to go out and buy stuff. We got to have the stuff for the set. We got to do all this. And then now finally, after 4 or 5 months, it's like, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and put some money behind it.
Dylan sees the vision. It's actually him. We're going to get into some personal things, and then we'll get into to stories. I'm sorry, whoever. You'll have the timestamp of when the first story starts. But it's just I'm so burnt out on the felonious falafel work content.
And you tried again for like the 10th time.
Man, it's like when we were doing the Reddit reads and stuff like that, I actually enjoyed it. I get to be more comedic. I get to be the energetic Mike that I want to be, whereas I have to be so reserved, and it's the same subjects, and it's very difficult to also. When I did the Reddit reads, 500,000 followers in a month.
Well, but it's a new subject every time, and for lack of a better term, you're reacting. It's a reaction style content, and so you get to just be witty and do your thing. Whereas when you're doing the Mike and Steve things, you have to come up with like, okay, this is the premise, this is going to be the setup, this is the punchline.
Because I'm always changing the jokes. The premise might be the same, but the jokes change, and it's just. Coming up with that stuff too.
Well, and 1,000+ of them, like because you've done
so many of them. I'm just at the point where I'm like, man, I want to. And it sucks too getting more into the creator space, but people just they love that. They like hearing me talk for some reason. That's crazy. It's like when everybody in the comment section always says, shut the fuck up so Dylan can talk. I'm just like, why would you want to hear this guy talk? Why do you want to hear me talk? Like, it's rough. But people do. I think they like the kind of levity we bring, the humor, but also we're like down to earth guys.
Imagine how like OD'd they'd be if they worked with you for like a week.
They'd be like,
Like I'm in the middle of editing, like when we did the 40-hour film thing, like, and
you don't have to be here for this. That's how many times I heard this.
Mike kept like talking to me, and like especially when you're cutting dialogue and making all that stuff, and then he'd just be like, "Oh, hey," blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, "Yeah, no, that's cool." And 10 seconds later, hey, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, "Mike, can I just focus here?"
I think the biggest thing too is we want to get to a point. If we have everything set up, like the podcast, I have to switch scenes so much, and there's so many things that I'm doing. I am a very creative person, which is, it does mean that I have a lot of emotional and mental stuff that just goes unchecked because I ride the wave. And once I start like, going different places, doing different stuff, I start to lose just kind of the steam that I had in the beginning. So having everything kind of right here, because like I said, we'll have, our podcast table. Dylan has more of the vision than I do, but we'll have the podcast table, and then my wall will be,
Trinkets.
just like I'll decorate it the way I want to, but the scene where I shoot the podcast is the scene where I shoot the YouTube video.
Yeah, so this angle, Mike's close-up angle, will be the angle that he can shoot any sort of reactionary, or like the Reddit reads and stuff like that, or just literally we can just talk to people, because like that is one of those things that it will open up the ability to not only do the podcast, but have a set where it's press record, off to the races.
That's right. I'll be able to, I don't know. I guess everybody's making political content now. I could dive into that.
You can make a
fucking smoking a cigarette and putting it out real quick. I'm like, we don't really know if they're all lizards or not.
No, you just make a Dax or a Tom McDonald song and rap behind your desk. Like
that's right. Yeah.
Men have it so hard always because
living in America, even though I don't know because I'm Canadian.
Well, he lives in America now.
Does he live in America?
I think he lives in Florida or something.
Man, look, I'm not talking shit. If you like coworker music, you like coworker music. Okay, I listened to Tom McDonald before White Boy even came out, and fucking once he did White Boy, and people were talking about him, he was like, "I'm gonna make this my whole fucking personality."
Well, it was
like every single white rapper, and then I don't want to like lump Tech Nine and all of them into it, but it's like white people and black people that grew up around white people want to kind of get into that genre where they're like lyrically and fast and stuff like that, and people don't really they want to hear it like a story, and they want something that's pleasing to their ears without the years and years of knowledge of how to do that. So they're just like, fuck all these, and then they just immediately make it the most political fucking thing you ever heard. And it's just, I don't understand, like, people who are really wrapped up in politics, like it's their whole life. You could be like, hey, I think this is wrong. I think this is like my beliefs and stuff like that. But once you say that, and then you talk to your friends about politics, and then you turn on your music, and it's politics. I don't know how much room there is in your life for happiness. And I think that you just start to view every single person in a one way, and you can't really have fun and enjoy normal people's company.
Yeah, it was like a really shitty time period though, like because you have the craziness on the left that is pushing people out, and then you have this crazy guy on the right.
Really died down.
Yeah, and so like all that stuff really just rose to the surface, and that's where you had like Andrew Tate's and red pilling and like Tom McDonald's and Trump being the big personality that he is, and you're either
attacking all the white people. It's the white, which I mean, I'm gonna say from the left, like from y'all's perspective, yeah, it looked like y'all were attacking white people, and y'all gave rise.
No, not white people.
Well, white men.
Straight white men.
Yes.
That was the target. Fully.
Right. So then you gave rise to these guys that were like, oh, you know what? It's not bad to be a straight white man. And then straight white men were like, oh, I love this because I'm listening because that one take was good.
I don't feel like I'm a bad guy. So this is my music. These are my people over here that say I'm not bad. And yeah, the left did that to themselves, like 100%.
Was it on this podcast or Mike and Dylan Hate Drama where people were like, well, yeah, of course we think you're a liberal because you always shit on MAGA and shit.
Yeah.
I just don't see a lot of videos right now of like Democrats like jerking up a Hispanic lady and like removing her from her place of business and just normal guys with no jaw lines. And just,
so we digress and we continue.
Yeah, we digress.
Should probably
We're going to start. Look, Mike's going to get into it.
This was a Mike and Dylan episode.
Yeah, this was a Mike and Dylan start.
You guys got it was a sample.
We got the time stamps, okay? Listen, my thing is I don't like either side. fucking Jesus
No,
Christ.
you're
Be a
a-
normal human being. Have some fucking empathy, sympathy for fucking other people. And guess what? Things will start working its way out.
You're
Also,
a liberal red pill.
yeah, you're right. Yeah. Everybody's going to think I'm whatever they don't like. Am I the asshole if I tell my we're going to start that over.
Redo.
Am I the asshole if I tell my son's stepmother she can't go to a mother-son dinner? So my 15-year-old son has a mother and son dinner event with his football team. I love how it's like the dinner and then it's like, so he has this event. We assumed. I'm obviously planning to go as it'd be a nice bonding time, and well, I'm his mother. Today, my son told me that my ex's wife was planning to go, but she didn't say a word to me about it. In all honesty, I don't want her to go. Yes, she's been in my son's life for like the past 5 years or so, but she's not his mom, nor does she have the respect to call, text me, or ask me how I felt about it. Would I be the asshole if I politely told her I didn't want her to go? I'm just really conflicted. And there's an edit that says,
Wait, let's do our take first. We'll do the edit afterwards.
Okay, so my 15-year-old son has a mother stutter. Okay, today, motor stutter. Today, my son told me that my ex's wife was planning to go.
Did you not read it?
It doesn't, well, I mean, I had to read back because it doesn't sound like, it sounds like she just said, I'm coming.
No, the son wanted her to go.
He said that she planned on coming. He didn't say he wanted her to come. If the son wants her to come, I'm gonna respect whatever my child wants.
Yeah.
Like if my child likes this stepdad and I haven't beat him to death and hit his body somewhere in a forest somewhere because I'm a very emotional guy, and he actually likes this guy, then I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking. If this is somebody who I believe, you know, if it's someone who cares for my son, the more people that care about my kids, the better. I believe. And I deem him to be a good role model and things like that. Yeah, I'm gonna shove down my fucking ego and be, you know, receptive to anybody that wants to love my child now. Now, if this dude is like just stepping in and saying this, we're fighting and I'm hiding your body somewhere in a forest like that. You could be stepdad all day long. Ain't no dad. I'm dad. You know what I'm saying? That's my shit. But if it's a good guy, my son fucking loves him, and my son's like, Dad, I really want him to come. Yeah,
Well, I think it's 100% the kid. Like, if the kid says, I don't want my step-parent there, the step-parent doesn't go. If the kid says, I'd love for you to go, you go. And, like, there's no feelings between the step-parent, the parent. Like, I get that you are the genetic makeup, but, like, she's been in the life for 5 years. She is an adult, like a parental figure to him. So if he wants both y'all there, just shut the fuck up and move on.
Now, if this is something that she's just making up out of the, like, I'm going to come too.
And even still, like, if the kid doesn't have a problem with it, I don't have a problem with it.
Right.
Like, I don't care. I don't want to make a scene just because I have emotions.
I want to get into the edit now to see just kind of... Edit. Thank you for the comments. You made me realize that it's not really my event. That's so crazy that all these parents do that. Oh my God. I didn't... You know what? It
was a mother.
I just thought it was a mother event, but it's actually, you know, for my kid. It's my son, so he should decide. He said he'd like us both to go, which is perfectly fine with me. I'm human and my feelings clouded my judgment. I actually really appreciate Reddit for this. Sometimes you guys can't see the entire picture. Thanks, guys. Reddit's vote, you're the asshole. Change to not the asshole after the edit.
Yep.
Not a lot of people doubling down.
When you're fucking wrong, you stop doubling down.
Nah, you double down. Listen. They roast you in the comments, be like, y'all some bitches, all right? And I might still fuck this lady up. I'm going to let her come just because my son wants her to be there. Fuck that. Fuck. But double down. It makes it more exciting.
No, I think that's the perfect use of Reddit. For once, we have a perfect example of somebody being like, hey, I think that my, you know, son's stepmother shouldn't go. And then she's like, oh, I am the asshole because it's not about me at fucking all. Like,
right. It's so funny to always read that, though. Thank you guys for reminding me this is not my event. This is all about me. I forgot what that's off of.
I think that's how all parents, a lot of times, like, look at things with their kids. They're like, well, it's a reflection of me. No, your fucking kid is a individual. Like, at that age, he's playing on a football team. Like, he's grown enough to decide, like, I don't want none of y'all bitches there. I'm ashamed of both of you. Like, that is a take that he could have too. But, like, he is fully able to be the, like, master of his own will. Like, you don't get to choose. You could have asked him in the moment, just been like, hey, do you want her to come? Yeah? Oh, okay, cool.
Conversely,
Done.
It's so fun when you have a kid that, like, tries to do something and they try to lump you in it. Like, this is their thing, but they're like, nah, this is our thing because it's hard. And you're like, oh, this is a you thing. Like, my daughter, she, the K-Kids Kiwanis Club, she ran for K-Kids president. And she was like, Dad, I really want you to write my speech because you're funny, you're smart. Obviously, I'm not stupid. I'm not going to put a bunch of cuss words in there. So I'll write her speech to explain why she should be the president. Because, who, like, knows?
Did you at least...
I know her better qualities more than she knows her better qualities.
Did you at least have her write it first herself and then do an update and show her, like, how? Like, teach her through the process?
Oh, no, man. And none of these presidents do that. They're not written by the president. Like, Donald Trump's not reading a speech. Joe Biden's not reading a speech that fucking he wrote.
I know. What I'm saying, though, is, like, that is a skill that you could help her learn. Like, when...
Oh, I mean, I help her with, like, creative writing and stuff like that. But it was, like, a big thing, and she just wanted help with it. And
do this for me, Dad.
Yeah, I kind of took it.
fucking
Well, I'm not
monkey.
going to lie. I was just like, I'll write you the best fucking
Dance,
speech
monkey.
ever.
You good with words.
So she becomes president. So then now all this stuff that she has to do, she's like, we got to do well, I wrote the speech. Like, I'm not lumped in this at all. This is you, El
Do you need another speech written?
Right. This
I
is
got
you, El Presidente. Like, it's your time to put in the work. So next year she didn't run for it.
No, but we got elected. You're part of the team. You're my cabinet.
She learned position of power is not for her because she was like, I got all these responsibilities. I can't just go and hang out with my friends during the meetings and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah. You got responsibilities now. So let's maybe next year we don't run for it.
did you say responsibilities?
Yeah, for Rugrats.
I didn't know that's how they
Tommy
said.
Pickle.
Oh.
Judgment.
Judgment is exactly what Reddit had. You're the asshole. You're not the asshole anymore.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, honestly, still too, that is kind of like a natural feeling to have when you have when your ex has a spouse and then, they're also kind of sharing that parental role that normally you would just have. There's going to be feelings. So I still don't think that you were the asshole to begin with. Like, one commenter said we needed a word. Like, you were
Pancake.
You were cheeks. You know what I'm saying? You were cheeks. You weren't the full asshole. You were just the butt cheeks. That's good. You were cheeks, and then you saw it the way you should have saw it, and not
I feel
the
like
asshole.
you just Gen Z'd us into cheeks is something I hadn't heard until just you recently calling everything cheeks.
Well, cheeks is bad. Like, bad.
I know.
Like, it's ass cheeks.
I understand
it's
what it means.
Well, they say buns now.
Oh.
I like cheeks. If the younger generation or our generation came up with the word, I want you like fleek. Terrible. Thought,
That's like
terrible.
A decade ago, though.
Yeah, I mean, but that's our generation. So anytime any generation comes up with a word,
Fleek was not our generation. That was the
radical before my generation. Like, there's older words that I use. If cheeks is just real good, like, dude, that's cheeks. Like, it's ass.
I liked pancake. That was a good offer.
Flapjack would be better, but I like cheeks. Like, you were being the, because it's, am I the asshole? But you're not the asshole. You're the ass cheeks. So you're not completely the asshole. Your cheeks, you're bad.
So where's taint fall in the picture then?
Oh man, you gotta, like, if you're a taint, that goes over. Like, you're just a nasty person.
That's worse than asshole?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it's the asshole and it's the whole shebang.
It's not the asshole. It's between the asshole and the playground.
But I think if you call somebody like, bro, you're just being like a gooch right now. I think that we could use gooch for someone who's just being whiny. Like, a taint could be for a whiny person.
See, like, I like gooch better for what
Gooch,
you're saying,
yeah.
cheeks. I like gooch.
I think
the
a gooch is just a whiner. Like the last episode, the 17-year-old kid that's like, my parents are having a baby and they're excited and they don't buy Chinese food anymore.
Gooch.
Yeah.
She's a gooch too. Gooch.
Was a gooch, turned into a
good mom.
I was going to say something way worse, but we have women listeners, which apparently are not affected by the words that we say.
All right, so am I the asshole for excluding my ex's new girlfriend? How could you be the asshole for that?
I have no clue.
She has to come to every date night that we go on.
Right. So my thing is, I just read it now and then I start it because the prejudgment's always like we could have did with that. You know what I'm saying?
Did without
so,
it?
Yeah, we just
Okay.
like get into it, and then
No
usually after
prejudgments.
like we start to get the premise, that's when we can start talking shit about the person.
All right. Am I the asshole for excluding my ex's new girlfriend? I, 29 female, am divorced with a 9-year-old daughter. My daughter's father, 32 male, has been in a relationship with a woman named Stephanie for about 6 months now. She has 2 younger daughters, ages 4 and 5. So we got a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old, and then the 9-year-old between her and her ex. My ex-husband and I have had many conversations about how to ease my own child into their new blended family by making sure that she still has lots of time with her dad, not combining every single special event with the other kids, and keeping lines of communication open. Overall, the introduction has been positive, but my daughter has mentioned that the younger children can be overwhelming and sometimes annoying. Yeah, they're 4 and 5.
Imagine being 9 and hanging out with a 4 and 5-year-old. Like, my daughter is a sweetheart, and she's always been. You've seen her and how she interacts with your daughter. She's like a very mom type and playing around and stuff like that, and very sweet. She don't
Not all the
want
time.
to do that. You know what I'm saying?
She has fun sometimes, but then there's a point where it wears off.
Oh
And
yeah,
it's
because
like,
you're hanging out with a little kid that they don't share any interest that you do, and you have to be like, that's the one thing with little kids. I am very interested in what you're doing. What are you doing, Dad? Oh, I'm watching football. That's stupid. And do you turn that off and put on Danny Go?
yeah.
Fuck, I gotta meet Danny Go, man. My kid loves him.
Danny Go, if you're listening, I doubt you are, but we would like to meet you, and we know you live close by.
I can sing all of your songs verbatim.
He can be one of your backup dancers.
I could, yeah.
He dances with his son while they're going on. All right. So, however, despite the conversations, every single special event has been blended, for lack of a better word. We're coming up on Halloween, and my daughter has trick-or-treating plans with her best friend and her family. Halloween is my custody time. My ex-husband asked if he could come and bring his new girlfriend and her children. I said no, as I wanted my daughter to be able to have time with her friend without having the other little kids in tow. They're not officially her siblings in any way, and I feel that she deserves protected time just for her. My ex-husband says that I'm purposely excluding his new girlfriend and that I should be more concerned that she doesn't have many friends or others to go out with on that evening. I feel like that is not my problem, and I'm advocating for my own child without having her feel like she needs to people please or feel guilty. I am not asking my daughter her opinion, as I do not want her to feel burdened with any guilt. I did also invite them to the Halloween event at our school that same week to help initiate balance. Am I the asshole?
So the crazy thing is I see so many times when a guy will have a kid and then he meets a woman with a kid, and then to impress that woman, he is a lot nicer to that kid than he is his own kid. Like, you should understand, my daughter doesn't want to hang out with little babies, dressed as princesses and stuff like that, while she's a troll that just crawled out of somebody's innards. That's like 9-year-old logic. She don't want to do that. And he's like, oh man, I can bring her along. He was like, oh, of course your kids can come and all that. Because I guarantee you, he already told her, oh yeah, you could come. What? Yeah, that's duh. You're with me. Your daughter deserves her own time, not around other kids. And also too, even though, like it's an event, you know what I'm saying? It's an event. You can take your daughter trick-or-treating. So
I have personal experience in this, and the way that I look at it is, it's mom's week. She's at fucking mom's, and no, dad doesn't need to come to trick-or-treating, anything like that. Like, I get that it falls on her week, and that's unfortunate, and like that's something that we've battled. Like, other than the big holidays, like if something happens, like that just is. And like every once in a while, if it's like a cousin's birthday or something like that, we'll steal her back, and the same will go the other way. But once again, it's about the fucking kid. The 9-year-old does not want to go trick-or-treating with a 4 and 5-year-old, and there's nothing wrong with that. And she does not need to ask, because it's not your week. If it was over there and the mom wanted to take her trick-or-treating, then that can be a big old discussion and you can talk about it. However, you guys just tagging along while it's mom's week, no, you don't have the right to be like, well, we're going to interject on your week and come over here.
Especially for Halloween.
Yes.
Like Christmas, birthdays, I can see that stuff. But just being like, yeah, Halloween's a time that two people who don't love each other need to fucking get to. No, it's Halloween. You go out, you trick or treat, you get some candy. Like, that's it. And then if you as dad are like, well, I get to miss out, then do Halloween stuff with her. Like, do Halloween stuff with her on your time.
And yeah.
But it seems like mom is not in a relationship, so it's like because there's a respect thing. Like, there's 100% like a respect thing. If you do have, a child with another person, and then you're in a relationship with another person, that other guy, it didn't work out. So he does not need to be there for, every single fucking time something happens with the kid. There is, like you said, it's mom's week, it's her custody. If dad's coming along, she ain't in a relationship, yeah, you could come along and like we could do this together. But bringing on the kids
even
and the
still,
ex,
like mom and dad don't have to, like, that's the thing with what we do is like half the day on Christmas is at her dad's, half the day is with us. And, you know, so she gets to see both sides of the family. It doesn't have to be this big blended weird shit. And like, yes, when you're going out trick or treating, there's no reason that mom and dad need to be out trick or treating. Like, those kids aren't going to have as much fun
No, but
being
I'm
around
saying,
the
I'm saying it
9-year-old.
does seem
Like,
like it's like the moms. She's like, yes, you can come, but I guarantee you it's the because I change it now. Where
well,
he was
she said he could come to the school event. That makes sense. Like, if it's mutual, like, uh, neutral territory, yeah, you go to those events and you both see each other. That's no big deal. But like, you're gonna be walking around neighborhoods and shit. You're gonna walk around with your ex and his girlfriend. No,
Right,
like this,
yeah.
this none of this makes sense in a general sense. Like, if you're going there to support a kid, yes, neutral territory, sure. But like, when you're going, you're weak. You're letting her go with her friends and stuff. Dad doesn't need to come along. New woman doesn't need to come
Definitely
along.
don't, yeah.
Like, it's a ludicrous situation that the dad even thinks that like he's at all involved in that.
like obligated, yeah, or just has the right to come, and then the audacity to be like, and I'm bringing this lady, which I guarantee you, it could have been like a situation too where she just heard and she's like, I don't want you walking around with your ex in a neighborhood alone. So, like, it does create weird situations, and that's why it's good on the custody day. Like, if it's her day, let it be her day. If it's Christmas, like you said, split the days and stuff like that.
And then
But-
it falls back down to what's good for the kid. So
Right.
if your family's having something and it's technically our week, we let her go do the family thing because that's her family. Like, so she goes and does that. You want to go take her to like fucking Carowinds or something, pick a day on your week. Like, those are the differences. It's like, but it's all down to the kid and what's best for that kid. That 9-year-old is not benefiting by bringing along fucking new step siblings. Not at all. Like, she's not excited. She, like, when we have my 14-year-old, while it's trick-or-treating time, she does participate with the 4-year-old because we're a family. We're a family unit. But she is not technically like related to those kids at all. They're step siblings. She's not her little sisters. Like, it's a step situation. So there's not the same thing. But if she was over there for Halloween at the dad's house, it would make sense that yes, she goes out trick-or-treating with the whole family.
Wait, who's not related to who?
She's like, those aren't her little sisters. They're step siblings, not half
Oh,
siblings
yeah,
or anything.
yeah,
And so
yeah.
like, when it's a half sibling and it's holiday time, you go do the holiday thing because that's your family and that's part
I
of
was
it.
confused. I still thought you were
But-
talking about yours, and I was like,
No.
well, how does that make sense?
No, I'm saying that's why it's okay for like when it's our Halloween time. She just, yeah, you go with the 4-year-old because we're all a family unit. That's where we go. But on the other side of things, like, technically if it was dad's week and the 9-year-old said, hey, I really want to go with Susie Q and mom was going to go and take me. Can I go do that? If you're a good dad, you'll say, yeah, no, that makes sense. Go ahead.
Right.
Go spend time with your friends. Go. Because even when we do the trick or treating, like if my daughter's friends are around, a lot of times she'll go off with that group of friends.
I don't want to get too much. You ain't got to answer the question. You can say move on to the next story. Do you feel like that's reciprocated from the other side?
Not to the, like, I mean, it's that whole like empathetic thing.
Right.
I think we tend to be more empathetic of being like, oh, there's an event going on. Sure, go do that thing. I think going back the other way, like when we went to New York, it was kind of a bigger deal. Like, oh, I don't want you to be states away and all this other stuff. And we're like, she goes down to the beach with you. That's like 4.5 hours away. What's the
Right.
difference between 4.5 and 9? Like, ultimately, in the big picture of things, not that big of a difference. And ultimately, she did come with us. So it wasn't like,
It was
but
stopped.
it was
yeah.
it was at least stated like, oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. It's kind of sketchy. Like, but you know, you can't expect everybody to think exactly the way you do.
right. So our judgment, not the asshole.
Not at all. Great mom. Good mom. Looking out for your kid.
Exactly. Yeah. So I want you read those stories where we're like, fuck, we don't do it, but it is fun doing those. The ones where it's like death and we got to
Oh, that's
skirt
gonna
around
be-
like
yeah.
hard jokes. Am I the asshole for filing a police? Oh, fuck.
Rewind.
Am I the asshole for filing a police report on a good friend who was caught on video stealing my boyfriend's camera at dinner? She has refused to help me either replace it in full or contribute to the cost of replacing it. I just said we weren't going to talk right after reading the title, but fuck.
That's a long title.
I feel like we could have shortened that up a little bit.
That's the whole story. We're done.
There's so many updates. Oh my God. Why? There's more. All right. More context. We were out to dinner one night at an expensive hotel. My boyfriend let me borrow his Canon G7X 1800 camera to bring to take pictures with my friends. Dylan, how good of a camera is that?
G7X Canon. I don't. It's probably like a DSLR, but not like super high end.
At the conclusion of the dinner, I went up to the room and realized that the camera was gone. I went back right down to the table and no one had seen it. I immediately got with hotel security and she is on video, clear as day, swiping the camera when my back was turned and shoving it into her purse. I covered for her initially with my friend and contacted her to find a resolution. She had taken the camera with her and my other friends to a club after dinner, which I did not attend, and lost it there. For background, this is my good college friend who I know well, in parentheses, the camera thief. Does not sound like a good friend to me. Does not sound like a good friend at all.
It's a $400 point and shoot camera.
She has been taken on free trips to Coachella and St. Bart's on my dime, as well as many other things. We have done a lot together and are good friends, so I expected her to feel sorry. Initially, she lied, saying she did not have it. When I told her we had the video, she confessed and then said, yes, she took it, but lost it at the next bar she went to with my other friends. It is now gone. And she pawned that bitch. She was like, I'm getting drunk tonight.
Yeah, actually, I misspoke. It was used for $400. A brand new one is $1,700.
Ooh!
So like it's as expensive as that camera.
Man.
But it has a lens built into it. So that one you have to buy a lens. I don't know. Somewhere. It's pretty pricey.
Yeah. So we could be upset. I mean, we could be upset. It's $50. You stole something from me. I asked her to help me replace it by going in on me with the cost. That's wild.
No.
She has refused all measures or resolutions, and now I feel like I have nothing left to do but file a police report and let them handle it. It is impacting my friendship, and I am furious. My friend is not helping at all. Why should I be on the hook for something she stole? I've given her 3 weeks to help me resolve this, but she insists she's going to do nothing. I am being pressed by my boyfriend to either replace the camera or help him file a report with her info in the footage. I even asked her to just throw in half or less of the cost to help, but she still refuses. I do not want her to get in trouble, but I'm at the point where I feel she really does not care. She don't care about you, man. That's not your friend.
That bitch would be in handcuffs like that.
Immediately. Like, if it was for $50, I'm not going to give you the opportunity to pay back. You stole it from me. Like I turned away. You snuck it into your purse.
With ill intent. Ill intent.
With good intent.
Well, like what I'm saying though is like, you know for a fact she stole it. She wasn't borrowing it. She wasn't fucking like she stole the fucking.
If my friend took it off the table, put it in their stuff, and I'm like, oh fuck, where's the camera went? And they went, you know what I'm saying? Yes, that's funny. But then to take it and then probably sell it. We took it to the club and I lost it. Fuck that.
Sounds convenient as fuck.
Fuck that. We have updates though, and we are going to do the updates instead of the edits. We'll do the updates before we kind of get into it. But this is not a friend. And I love how all the friend things too. She's like, I paid for all this stuff that this lady has not reciprocated. You sound like a friend. Kind of sound like a doormat, but you do sound like a doormat. But she has done nothing that says that she is a good friend. Also, if I'm the boyfriend, I'm like, I don't give a fuck who she is to you. She going to jail.
Hello, police.
She's going to jail. All right, so update. I sent her a text this morning telling her if I do not receive full cost of the camera or shipping confirmation of a new camera from an improved vendor to a provided address by the end of Friday, we will be filing a report with the police Saturday morning. I felt like an asshole typing this out to her, but I do have to do it. Update 2. She told me she is sick of me and that I'll be receiving a tracking number by 12 Eastern on Friday, and not to blame her if the package is never received. I told her if she was my real friend, she would be sorry, and in no way will I allow this to be flipped on me. Should I ask if the camera is new or the one that disappeared? 3. She sent me a tracking number via FedEx, says it is awaiting package. I have asked her repeatedly if she is sending me the original camera, assuming it magically turned up, or a new one. She refuses to answer and only tells me to stop bothering her. Oh, you're going to jail, dog.
Police.
Like, yes, you're going to jail. Honestly, what I want to do is I'm going to wait till I know that camera's coming. Then I'm filing a police report. So then I get my camera and you get in trouble for stealing something. I am more and more convinced my friend, camera thief, took the camera hoping that I would just replace it for my boyfriend, gifting her a free camera. For background, this friend is heavily involved on Instagram and loves taking pictures. The Canon G7 is coveted by women, coveted in all caps, coveted by bitches because it is the Instagram camera. I added bitches.
I was going to say.
Yeah, I added that in there, but it spiced it up a little bit. Look, I thought this. When we read these, we are the chefs, okay? We are preparing a juicy 5-course meal for the people listening. sprinkle a little bit of seasoning on there, a little bit of THC or TLC.
THC.
No, I'm not trying to poison y'all with weed. TLC, tend to love and care. That says we care. Even if you wanted to buy one at full price, they are out of stock everywhere. Let's hope it gets returned with this package and tracking, or let's hope it gets returned with this tracking. FedEx still says awaiting package, even though shipping info was sent to them 7 p.m. yesterday. Update 4, original camera returned via FedEx the other day, has been given back to the boyfriend. However, the camera thief blocked me on all social media, on all socials app. What? Wait a second. Has been given back to the boyfriend. However, the camera thief blocked me on all socials after this. Appeared she was trying to keep the camera for herself and expected me to buy a new one for the boyfriend. Reddit's vote is asshole poo mode.
Everybody's an asshole. Which I don't see how, or maybe that's not what it is.
I think that's where they turn the comments off.
Oh, and you can only vote on things.
Yeah, because that in no way, shape, or form was she even remotely close to being an asshole.
No, the only reason you could be considered an asshole is because you should have called the cops.
Oh yeah, okay. Whoa, yeah, she is
Immediately.
the asshole. Also, like, well, I'm not gonna say asshole. She's cheeks because.
Gooch.
Yeah, she's a gooch, but man, she's like the soles of feet though, because everybody just fucking walks on her. But
I mean, she's just a good person. Like that's not.
yeah, that is okay. I take it back.
She was trying to make sure that her
friend ain't in trouble, and her boyfriend got the camera back.
She was between a rock and a hard place, and like honestly, yeah, you pick shit friends like immediately. Call them, please.
Not hear rock and a hard place without guys. Listen, we've never had y'all. Just comment it down. We're not going to put this in the voting thing because I don't want to get banned off of Spotify and YouTube. But okay, if you were sleeping, and I'm not asking you this, I'm asking the listener. Comment down what you would do if you were sleeping. Your mom's in front of you, your dad's behind you. Now you're 2 inches into your mom and your dad's 2 inches into you. Which way are you moving to get out? That's for the listener. Also, if you're a girl, I don't know how that works. And I found out how I could make it work, but I'm not going to say it because now I want to get away from this. So
that was a weird.
Yeah, just give us your autopsy, fucker. Just go. Just get away from it.
But I want you to like stew in what you have just said.
No, we don't need to stew in it.
Like let it marinate and let those juices just kind of flow about what you just asked our audience to comment on.
just get away from it. What's your autopsy?
I mean, it's so hard because you do look at your friends as like not family, but like pretty close to it. Like in like your view on family is, different than mine, but like it's somebody that means a lot to you. And I don't know how close of a friend this was. So like if it was like my best friend, it would be a tough fucking place. Obviously I wouldn't pick that person as my best friend that would do something of this sort, but she was hoping that things would go the right way. And this lady just kept fucking smacking her in the face. At some point, you have to call her bluff. I would have called the police. There's no like, you've got till Friday to, and no, I would have just been like, sorry, there's a police report. You're now going to the police will be at your house to talk to you.
Probably to arrest you because now it's a felony.
Yeah, $1,700. That's what's the $500 cutoff is?
That in North Carolina. In California, police won't even come out if it's less than $500.
Oh yeah, that's just because it's fucking insane out there right now.
Yeah. California and Texas just seem like scary places to live.
Well, when we're talking about our Monday episode of Mike and Dylan Hate Drama, those are the two top
yeah,
states.
yeah. We've got a spooky episode. And listen, what's more spooky than living in America, baby? Like, ain't not. You can read all these scary stories, but we have a document. How many shootings does it have?
380, I think.
380 mass shootings. So we're gonna have a spooky episode about that. That should be fun.
I got the details right here. So total number of yeah.
Don't get into the.
I'm not gonna get into the stuff, but 326 total.
We're just gonna talk about fun things in America, man, and why maybe if you watch The Conjuring, you get to turn that off, and then walk outside to this fucking place, and it's just like fuck.
I want to go back.
Yeah,
I want to go back to the movie.
Right? Why can't I be in Narnia right now? The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
So we got one more. Yeah, that was 3. This is 4.
What are we doing? Are we just doing 4 and saying, hey, that's good? And
I think that's what you had decided was we kind of keep it to a 4, and then on bonus episodes we do long ones.
Yeah, like the long posty ones. I think that's good. You get 4 stories. However long they are is however long they are. A lot of people don't like the heavy rambling. Some people do like the heavy rambling. I think we offer enough facets with everything that we're going to have too there. Everybody can get their fix of fucking Reddit stories.
And if you don't like the heavy rambling, just follow us over on Two Daddies Judging Baddies YouTube, and you can just get each individual story.
Yeah, you can get the bite-sized little clips of it.
Without the 30-minute intro that we did on this one.
That's right.
All right, so this one is a relationship advice one. My husband, 28 male, told me he doesn't lust after me, 24 female, and doesn't see me as a woman. My husband, 28 male, and I, 24 female, have been together for 6 years and married for almost 2 years. He used to go crazy for me when we were dating. He couldn't stop doing and talking about sexual things with me, and I enjoyed it. We didn't go all the way before marriage and kept it for marriage. So I thought we were going to have amazing sex.
For 6 years?
4 years.
4 years? Oh man, when I finally get to just look at it.
Well, no, they did sexual stuff. They just didn't fuck.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
So I thought we were going to have amazing sex together when married, but I was so wrong. The first months of our marriage were the worst. We had sex like once or twice a month as a newlywed young couple. I thought it's okay. Maybe we both need some time to get used to it, but it never improved.
Oh, I know what's going on right now. Do you not see the writing on the wall?
What writing? You think he's gay?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think he is.
Absolutely. Goes 4 years. I'm going to do all this stuff. I can't wait. But then now when the time comes, he had 4 years. Okay?
I actually read it, so I know.
Oh, okay. Well, keep going, fucker. Gosh.
Usually we have sex like once a week, and it is not enough for me, and I don't enjoy it. For some reason, I also know it is not enough for him too. I feel like he's holding himself back and doesn't let himself go. When I dress up, with sexy lingerie, he barely makes any reaction, and one time he even laughed and asked, "Why are you wearing this?" When I surprised him with lingerie at the door.
Poor baby.
I felt so stupid and humiliated. One time I gathered all my courage and asked him the reason why. He said, "I don't know, you're just too pure in my eyes. You're too innocent, like an angel, like a baby. I love you as if you're my baby girl. I cherish you so much, and I'm afraid of hurting you. When we are doing it, I feel like I'm doing something bad to you." Exactly his words. Super twisted. That dude is fucked in the head.
He's gay, man.
All right. I mean, I guess technically he could be, yeah.
He's gay.
Sometime later, we had a fight, and he said that he doesn't see me as a woman and rather like his daughter. To him, it's because I'm too naive and fragile. He even said that I have no confidence and I look like a loser sometimes from the outside. Way to build up your wife.
Right. Way to build up that confidence.
What he said was true to some extent. I've always been a good girl and calm and easygoing with everyone. I'm an introvert and I don't enjoy talking to everyone as if we are besties. But he is an extrovert and easily talks to everyone at first sight, and everyone loves him. But me, I'm the quiet, weird girl beside him. And since I'm lacking social skills, I've always thought I'm not confident. Anyways, then I decided to change. I got into therapy and tried to be more confident and talkative and not trying to be a good girl anymore. Yes, I've changed. Even people around us noticed my energy was different. So, I've changed, but our intimacy still hasn't changed, and I feel like accepting the fact that our sex life will not be fun and satisfying ever, and stop trying hard for him. I also noticed he tends to only feel lust towards me when he imagines me with other men. I don't mind this kind of kinks, but it feels weird when it's the only time he feels lust and performs better while doing it. Is this normal among men? What do you think about my situation, and what would you suggest? I love him, and I know he loves me too. We usually don't even fight at all. It was the first time we did, but the words he said are still lingering in my head.
What's that last part she said? He really gets it going on what?
He thinks of her.
He thinks about them big old dicks. When he thinks of them big old cocks, it gets his juices a pumping. So,
well, see, does that because I don't know.
I'm kind of break it down. So, not the watching your wife get plowed by other guys, but from the way I view their relationship. So they had 4 years where they were doing foreplay. If someone's going down on you, you can live in a world of, full imagination, whatever. You can go anywhere you want to. You could be in a fucking sauna with a bunch of just chiseled dudes. One of them just slid under the water and started doing it. Oh no, mister. But
When you're going down on a girl, you think that he could think of that?
no, I'm talking about I guarantee he doesn't do that. He just doesn't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't really get into a lot of stuff. Like he can finger a girl all day and the finger's gonna stay hard. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't soften up. It ain't gonna get soggy. But now you're married. Now you have to have the intercourse where you gotta like perform. Like it's a tango now, and he can't do it. Shit, fuck. For some reason he can't fucking do it. He doesn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? After all this, oh, I want to do it. Yeah, I can't wait. Oh, when I get you in the bedroom, girl, I want to tear them pennies off of you. Now it's not there. What happened? Oh, well, I view you like this innocent little
You're an
angel,
angel.
so I can't do it. I view you like a daughter. But let me talk about. I wonder if their little sexual talking about getting plowed by another guy goes like this. He's like, "Yeah, how big's the other guy?"
And
She's like,
pulls it out.
enormous,
It's throbbing.
Yeah, it's like fucking 12. He's like 12 inches. Gun. I want that so bad.
So you mean it's like the fantasy novels your wife listens to on
The smut books. It was so crazy. It should be like they're fantasy novels. And then I just walked to the room and he's like, and he puts his hard, throbbing cock deep inside of my lady hole. Yeah, he sheaths his cock inside of me. And I'm like, oh, yeah, a lot of fantasy going on there. Yeah.
Yeah, 12
It's about dragons. It's about a dragon.
12 inches. That's fantasy, right?
Yeah, well, I'm 12 inches if you divide it in half twice, but there you go. Like, fuck. Bro's gay.
Yeah. No, I thought that it was just like a weird kink, but yeah, that's one of those things where, see, I don't get it. I don't understand that part because like there's nothing about another dude with my wife that not at all like murder.
I hear it happens to a lot of older guys.
Murder is what happens.
Like older
in
guys
my
that can't
mind.
like perform as well anymore, stuff like that. I don't fucking. To each their own.
Yeah.
To each their own. I have been
Yeah, no,
offered. I've been offered to be the guy twice. Yeah, twice in my life. One though was like very. I don't think he wanted me to have relations with the wife.
With you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know him, the Freddie. He was just like, look, he made delicious. What the fuck are they called?
Empanadas.
Not just like empanadas, but he also made the ones that they're wrapped in the leaf and shit. Fucking what is it?
I can't think of them now
I
either.
can't think of the fucking name, but whatever. But he would make the most delicious stuff, and then one day he just comes up and shows me the picture of his wife. He's like, "What do you think?" And I was like, "I think I don't want to see a picture of your naked wife, bud." Like that's one. He's like, "You like?" But I'm so like, taken aback, where I'm just like, "Oh yeah, man,
She's a good looking lady.
Boobs, that's boobs right there." He's like, "You like? You want to try?" And I'm just like, "No." And then it like as it went on, it became very obvious. And he was our forklift driver. I was the supervisor, so I was like, I'm not going to fire him just because. I mean, I'm
just a little sexual harassment.
Listen, I know I'm a good-looking guy with some boyish charm. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this was like peak Mike too.
I can't
like,
fault him.
Athletic Mike. Yeah, I can't fault him. I know what I look like. Like, god damn, I walk out there. Even non-gay guys are just like, damn. But then he attacked one of the smaller employees.
You like
in the parking lot?
Were you like trying to channel your inner like Trump in that? Like,
what do you mean?
I know even straight guys are like, that Michael, he's a very fine man with them calves.
I know it's huge. Like, yeah. But this definitely that's just the weirdest excuse. I view you like.
Well, see, that's the weird thing about kinks, though, is like I get that some of them are just like, oh yeah, that's what gets me going, but like some of them, I think it's just hiding the truth. And why hide the truth? Just go do the thing. Like for him, he just like, hey, maybe I don't get fucking married and I just go suck dicks behind a fucking 7-Eleven.
Yeah, just do the fucking thing.
Have at it.
It's like my brother who, he was gay, and then their dad is very evangelical.
Yeah.
And he bullied him into, and that's why he like bullied him into marrying a woman. And I love saying the joke, that's like, fuck, how hard would I have to get bullied to suck a dick? So there's definitely like, people who, for some reason, and you got to look at his family. Is his family very religious? Is his family very,
I feel like you're a failure if that's like, if your kid just feels like society tells them that's one thing, but they should at least feel safe enough at home. If your child doesn't feel
accepted for who they are.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's like character flaws. Yes, absolutely, like character flaws. But you go, look, you see this big old lady, she got a skinny ass boyfriend, and that skinny ass boyfriend's like, look, that's what I like. You telling that guy that, and look at like the fucking look at the like the big celebrities, the huge celebrities that for so long they slept with all these women, and then it's like, nah, I was really gay. I can have any woman I want, but I'm gay. Oh yeah, I don't think that's a choice, brother. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
You can sleep with anybody you want to.
Right. Yeah. I see a Hispanic woman's butt and I'm like, there's no, like my little Michael Denton was like, no, I'm like Hispanic butts. Like, no, that's not, no, I saw it and I was like, oh my God. And it just hit me. So that's what I assume gay people looking at dicks look like. And I could tell you that it is definitely, and to people to say, I don't know, people just need to formulate their own opinions. That's what I don't like is when people get told opinions and that's their opinion that they didn't think of. They didn't sit down and think about it for more than 5 seconds.
Well, and I think the big thing that I like harp on this every time we get on a subject like this, it's once you put it in a group, when you talk about the gays, then it's a problem. But if you know a gay person, you're just like, oh no, he's one of the good ones. He's all right. And like, that's what people always do is they're like, well, the gays are evil.
They see a video of a gay person and then the gay person's doing something wrong. So they're just like, all gay people are like that.
Yes.
No. Gay people are like normal people.
Yes.
Black people are like normal people.
Yes.
Like everybody's normal. There's an outlier of every single demographic you could possibly think of. That's some weird motherfuckers. That is not the fucking case for everybody.
And that's
this
them
right
as
here,
an individual.
This right here, listen, they'll hear me talk about like human rights shit. I'm a big like human rights person. And people will be like, that's liberal. That's no, it's fucking human rights. It's not a political subject. Like me saying I don't like Hispanic people ripped out of their fucking houses. That's not liberal. That's human rights. That's saying, hey, if a guy from Mexico was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to America, I'm gonna work real fucking hard for my family. That's a man.
Yeah.
That's not a Mexican. That's not a fucking white guy. That's not a black man. That's a man. Yeah. Like at that point, if you're doing man shit, you're a man. Like you're a man here in America doing the American thing. And they're like, nah, you fucking give a bunch of little fucking no jawline little bitches who fucking can't sleep with their wife because they're fucking thinking about, a bunch of hot dudes in a hot tub.
No. Not the problem isn't not sleeping with the wife. The problem is that you're not willing to admit that you're fucking gay, and that's fine too. Yeah. Like that's the problem. Like leave the woman out.
So let me be all masculine and join this fucking SS police force is all I can compare it to. That's all you really can compare it to. And I'm saying this too, which I don't fucking like. I don't like Democrats. I don't like Republicans. I don't fucking like either one of you guys. But I can step back and say, hey, as a human, I like other humans. And I don't like seeing fucking pussies that got beat up their whole time at school, ain't got a fucking jawline. All of a sudden, a guy's like, here, you get a little bit of power. So they're fucking hurting people, fucking doing shit like that. Fuck that shit. That shit pisses me off. Like, there doesn't have to be politics tied behind that. The way I view the Democrat Party is they'll use that shit so they can get their fucking political people in office and then not give a fuck about it. And then the Republicans, I don't know what the fuck y'all are doing. But I do see, and I'll credit this to a lot of fucking Republicans. I do see a lot of them saying, hey, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
This is fucking stupid.
Well, and that goes back to like, it's not quit identifying as one of the fucking team. Like, stop doing that.
Formulate your own thoughts.
Yes.
Like, don't say, hey, because I'm this, I have to think exactly this way. Because that makes it doesn't matter what side you're on, that makes you a sheep. Like, that does. That is literally, a sheep is guided by a fucking one guy, a shepherd. He guides all the sheep. And if you just fall in line, every single thing, there's no change, there's no thoughts, you're not putting any input on it, that makes you a sheep. You ain't a lion, dog. You are not. I saw a dude, he had on fucking like jorts with a fucking Where's Waldo looking shirt tucked into it, one of those butt dimple chins, okay? That's not a lion. If I'm in the jungle, I'm not scared of that. That's not king. You know what I'm saying? But he feels like he got a little bit of power. He can shit on somebody else. And that's another thing, too, is like, what demographic can I shit on? Yeah. What person can I feed? But that's both sides. They want to feel morally superior. We're not going to turn this into Mike and Dylan hate drama, guys. We love you guys. Listen, we're very opinionated. If you believe these things, all I do is say, hey, fucking take a step back, think about, sit in a fucking dark room somewhere with no fucking electronic in your hand, no one telling you anything, and just fucking think it. Just think for an hour.
I think the best way to do it is put yourself in that person's shoes. That like, if they're a criminal, they're a criminal. Whether they're gay, straight, trans, doesn't matter. Whether they're white, black, doesn't matter. They're a criminal. Like they're a bad person. Like somebody that hurts somebody else, criminal, deal with them how you will. If they're just a man, jumped a border, not guilty.
Busting
And
his
then-
ass doing a job you don't want to fucking do.
And the same thing with like the gay people, the people that you don't like. With any of these things, stop thinking as if like they're a group of people. Look at one individual person. If a guy likes to suck dicks, he likes to suck dicks. As long as he's not hurting kids, people, anybody else, let them fucking be and just let
Here's
them
my thing.
enjoy themselves.
And if you were one of these, I'm gonna look directly into the camera while I say this, okay? If you were one of the people who joined ICE, you voluntarily joined ICE, I guarantee you, okay? Like it seems right now they got a lot of hatred for Hispanic people, okay? They got all this hate in their heart. But I want you to go into a dark room and sit in the dark room for like an hour, hour and a half. And I guarantee you, when you finally come out of that room, you'll be able to admit that you're gay. I'll see you guys next time.
Later.